Today we're going to work on the Hollowback handstand, and it's a bit tricky, especially if you have tight shoulders, but the key thing to all of this is practice. All right, so I'm going to start off with a few stretches that really help with a Hollowback handstand. Let's get started. So you're going to come to the wall, go ahead and stand up, hands on the wall, step the feet back, and just kind of melt the hips back. Let the head fall through, okay? And then as you sink the butt back, the head kind of falls through, move around. You can wiggle the hips a little bit, bend the knees. I'm trying to stay here for about 10 breaths. Maybe look up, and then reach the head through again. All right, shake it out. Now we're gonna come the opposite direction. So shift down, bring the heels to the wall, all the way back. Think downward facing dog at the wall. Just take a little breath, look back, and now go ahead and walk the feet up onto the wall. All right, you can separate the feet. Go ahead and separate them as wide as you like. And let's go ahead and push the head through. Don't worry about having the toes. You can have the feet flat if you like. Remember, focus on the shoulders. You can bend the knees, straighten the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Just do a couple of these, kind of moving around. And eventually starting to get a little bit still. And then come down and rest. Woo. I would try to do like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 of those just to work on opening the shoulders. And now we're going to get upside down on the wall, facing the wall, all right? So this time you're gonna come a little bit closer to the wall. All right, you're gonna kick up. Remember, shoulders over wrists, pushing into the knuckles. Kick up, find your wall, and then from here, go ahead and bend the knees, looking forward, and just think about melting the butt back a little bit. Stay on the toes, let the head come through. Just keep melting the butt back a little bit, push into the toes, bring the head through. And then walk the feet up the wall. Go ahead and let the butt rest all the way on the wall. Keep looking through. Maybe let the butt even sink back a little bit. And then when you're tired, rest. Maybe get a little stretch here. We grab the elbows, fold in. Roll all the way up. Remember, the shoulders get tired. Maybe give your shoulders a little stretch. Here I'm bringing my shoulder along the wall. Other side. Shake it out. So it's a nice stretch. You guys all know this one. So there are a lot of different variations of the Hollowback handstand. So today I just want to start simple, keep it basic. Remember, the focus is always the shoulders. So no matter what, when you see handstands online, oftentimes you'll see beautiful back bend shapes, but like 80% of the time, it's usually a contortion handstand where the shoulders are closed. So we're focusing on opening the shoulders, all right? So let's go back to the first shape we did with the head tucked under. We're gonna practice this. Hands come down, heels at the wall. And now I'm gonna walk my feet up. All right, this time, let's focus on straightening the legs, keep them together, push the shoulders, And practice starting to straighten one leg. Keep pushing, maybe lift up onto the toes. And then let's switch. Bring the other leg up. Really push the chest through, head through. And then come down. Little rest. All right. Next, we're gonna come all the way back up. Same position. Feet together, pushing the head through. Maybe walk the hands back a little bit. You notice how I'm sending my butt overhead as I push the chest through. Pull the chin to the chest. You can start playing with the shape, maybe bending one knee, getting even further, switching. The idea is continue to push in the shoulders. And then come down, rest. Whew. All right, so that shape is sort of the beginning of what's called a 7. It's a pretty advanced Hollowback shape, but it's great to practice that at the wall. All right, now we're gonna go wide leg again. Again, continue to push the chest, try to get light on the toes. Eventually the toes will start to slowly shift off, all right? So come back, heels again at the wall. Remember, head through. Go ahead and separate those feet. You can even walk the hands back about an inch. Keep pushing the head through. We're gonna lift up onto the toes. And then bend the knees. We might even walk the hands back even more, and you'll feel it. So separate the feet, push the head through, get really high on those tippy toes. Keep pushing the head through, and then the toes will start to lower a little bit towards the floor. What keeps you from falling is keeping the knees close to the chest. Okay, keep looking back. Feel this, try to get at least 5 breaths. And then you can come down, take a little rest. It's a really excellent way to practice that drop gaze. It's really, really hard to tuck the head under and drop the gaze. All right, so a shape that is actually my favorite and the one that I suggest for beginners is the one facing the wall, sort of what we did in the beginning. So coming up, this time we're just gonna get lighter with the toes. All right, so I'm gonna shift the weight. Go ahead and jump up. With toes on the wall. And start to look forward, melt the butt back. So notice I'm looking forward at the moment, pushing my butt back. Okay? Then you can get light on the toe. You can practice kind of letting one toe touch. Maybe start to get both toes off. Keep looking forward. And then shift down. So you might be wondering too, like, should I be looking forward or should I be looking back? It really doesn't matter whether you look forward or back. What matters is that you're pushing into the chest and shoulders and opening the shoulders. 90% of, well, most of them, I should say, the gaze is actually forward. The only one that really looks back is the 7. It's really easy just to fall into a back bend when you're dropping the head through. So I would spend most of the time pushing the shoulders and looking down at the fingers, all right? So I'm gonna show you one more time. We're gonna kick up. Remember, maybe a tuck at first. Shift, find the tuck, look forward, find your balance. Maybe bring the toes to the wall. Start to send the butt back. And just keep the knees together and try lifting one toe. You can lift it up, but keep looking forward and see if you can find a little balance there. Gazing at the fingers, butt back, chest through, looking forward. And that's your Hollowback. So I know I make it look easy and it isn't. You will start to use the fingers a lot. So start getting used to that little spider finger. So keeping the fingertip down, you'll start to pull up on that little section right where this part of the finger. So this neck will, not this one, but this one will lift. So your hands will look like little tarantulas. That will really help when you're starting to hollow back because you're really pushing as hard as you can in the shoulders, all right? And then I'm just gonna show you one other shape that I like to do. You'll have to come a little bit further back. So I'm gonna shift all the way up and over, and I kind of let one leg kind of hang over, let it go. It's a little bit of a back bend, and I'm shifting, and I'm pushing into the fingers, shoulders to ears, sending that leg back. All right, so that one kind of gets more into the back. So that's why I suggest doing the other ones first. And just remember, the shoulders really push towards the ears. You even can come almost behind the ears, but more than likely it's just basically you want to have them by the ears, all right? So essentially the shape is always shoulders by ears or behind. All right, so I hope that helps. It's, yes, it's pretty quick tutorial. Feel free to, of course, send me messages, DMs, and have fun with these shapes. And if you'd like to see them freestanding, I'll give you a quick one freestanding. All right, freestanding in the room. All right, back to the first shape. I told you this is my favorite one. I'm gonna go into a little bit of a tuck, all right? And now I'm gonna start to send my butt back, looking through. And come down, all right? One more time. I'm gonna shift, send the butt up. And I want to push my shoulders to the ears. All right. So I would start with that one. The dropping gaze one's much more challenging. So kind of play with that shape. There's a lot more shapes, so I'll do some other tutorials on some deeper hollow back shapes later that involve more of the back bend, and we'll call that version 2, all right?